Well, the Xbox Games Showcase certainly had a lot to show off. From the huge Call of Duty announcement to a few familiar faces right at the end, the games Xbox showed off had everything from gore to high fantasy and sci-fi. There was a lot announced, but here are 7 games we're excited to see more of. Starting off the showcase with a bang, Black Ops 6 got an October 25th release date, as well as the news it's going to be set in the 1990s after the Cold War has ended. With Frank Woods and Adler returning, it seems you've been forced to go rogue and are being hunted from within. There is a lot going on in this trailer. Is Adler being hunted for treason? Is he now the bad guy? Either way, at the ripe old age of 66, he can still do sick motorcycle stunts. Guns, gore, and dragons? It's the Doom we all know and love, but with a twist. It's sci-fi meets high fantasy, and I couldn't be more excited. Who'd have thought we'd ever get to see the Doomslayer riding on the back of a freaking dragon? Don't worry though, even though we've gone back in time, we still have guns. Guns powered by a skull that shoots out bones, of course. Oh, and it looks like there's giant mech combat too. With gorgeous 24 FPS style animation, South of Midnight looks to be a third-person action game with grappling hook combat, a magical cape, and a big friendly fish companion. It's set in a whimsical version of the American Deep South, and you'll be playing as Hazel, a young woman on a quest to save her mother. The art style is eye-catching, the combat looks incredible, and we cannot wait to see more of this game from the ex-Arcane dev in 2025. This is the first time we've seen footage of Perfect Dark since the 2020 Game Awards, and we are hyped! Coming out day one with Game Pass, but with no release date, we saw some stealthy action gameplay, and it looks very Deus Ex. We got a glimpse of the futuristic setting, Garden City, as well as some slick-looking parkour mechanics, a deepfake voice gadget used to gain access to a locked area, combat, and guns with electric shock bullets. Fable is back, baby! No Richard Ayoade this time, but we did get to see a new character, Humphrey, played by Super Hands from Peep Show, aka Matt King. He was Albion's greatest hero, apparently, but is now retired. We got to see our own hero, her fans, haters, a giant toad, and some pretty cool combat, and also learned that Humphrey apparently took her in when she had nowhere else to go. We found out towards the end of the trailer that she is back, but we'll have to wait until 2025 to know who she is though. Bringing back Max Caulfield from the first Life is Strange, Double Exposure is a new murder mystery set during her university years. Trying to figure out who killed her best friend Safi, Max tries to rewind time, but creates an alternative timeline. Whoops! In the new timeline, Safi is still alive, but Max realises she will soon die here too. We have a limited time to solve the murder, and knowing Life is Strange, it's going to be very emotional. All around me are familiar faces. Ending the showcase on a high, we saw a teaser for Gears of War E-Day. It's a prequel set 14 years before the events of the first game. We saw a young Marcus and Dom fighting a locust, then a hellish cityscape as a slow version of Mad World played in the back. But that was all from the cryptic trailer. All we know for sure so far, thanks to a post on Xbox Wire, is that our heroes have returned home to face the Locust Horde, which are subterranean monsters, grotesque and relentless, that are laying siege on humanity itself. Sounds cheery. Those were just a few of the announcements that really got us excited. But what about you? Is there any we missed that you're hyped for? Let us know in the comments down below.